Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a little bit different than normal, and this one's actually a compilation of a couple of recent fishing trips where I haven't done that well. However, there's always seems to be some fish that I've caught, but you know, having just one average fish doesn't make a very entertaining video. But I figured, look, if I put a few of them together, it might actually be of interest. So I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. About 2 months ago, I went offshore from Mooloolaba in southeast Queensland with a few of the local guys. And the plan was to get some live bait and hit the fads and see if we can get some of the mahi that were hanging around. When we came out of the Mooloolaba River, I noticed some birds diving, a little bit of action on the surface, pretty close to shore. So straight away, got the sabiki rig out and caught some live bait. And they were actually quite large slimy mackerels. And we thought, well, this is going to be good for the fad. So we hit the fads, but of all the time spent there, I think there was only 2 mahi caught. I caught one of them and Maddie caught one. And here's the highlights of that one. Reasonable size, I think. Number one. A good size too. About 70 or something. Yeah, they're not in big numbers, but I saw them down at 20 metres. So just be patient, let your bait swim down, I guess. There you go. Whoa, first one. How big is he? Just on the 80 centimetres too. 80 centimetre mahi. A couple of weeks later I went up to Noosa. You know, we heard there was some Spanish mackerel around, did a bit of trolling in a couple of local reefs, but had absolutely zero success. And we're on. Oh, it feels like a decent fish too. Oh yeah. It's a good fish. Oh. I'd say we have a big, Jesus, I think we might have a marlin on actually. I just saw a jump. Oh, I lost it. Oh no. God, I hate that when you're having trouble catching anything and then you get something on and you lose it. Busted it off. So I missed that big fish. I don't know what it was, but it was big. It might have even been a shark because it did a bit of a thrash on the surface. That or a marlin, but hooked up and took off, couldn't stop it, and then it eventually just broke off my line. So what I'm going to do is I'll just show you this rig that I was using. It's basically, this is a replacement for the one that busted off, but basically it's a wire rig. And it's a wire rig, about 20 centimeters of 57-pound single strand to a bait hook, and then a stinger hook or a treble at the back. And wired, of course, because the toothy critters can bite you off, and pretty much that's what happened this last time. Is they bit me off. It probably put the whole thing in its mouth, and it had a bit of line over its teeth, and eventually just bit it off. Just show you how it's rigged up. Bait hook through the front of the eyes, in that little membrane section in front of the eyes. Push it through as soon as you can. You want it to hold it there, and then I use the stinger back as far as I can go without, just to let it swim though, so I make sure I can let it swim just under the skin, make sure it's past the barb. Throw her in, and then pretty much I'm just going to move away from the bait, so I'll just go make sure it doesn't get sucked in, move away about 50-60 meters from it. The tide's starting to go out, so I'm going to go towards shore, about 80 meters out, and then just drift. Turn the engine off. What a bummer, hey. I really would have liked to have caught that. It did seem like a big fish. Then, to make sure that we didn't waste the whole day, we ended up going back offshore to the deeper water, hit one of our favourite reefs, and I did manage to catch one fish despite a lot of effort. If I don't catch anything, it's just one of those days, I guess. No, I got one, I think. Yep. Yep. Hey! Just telling Andrew because we've had such a shit day. Feels like a Jewy. That was definitely going to be my last drop, by the way. Oh, did I lose it? Oh no, he's there. He just swam up. Better not muck around. There it comes. Might be just size, I'd say. That's all right, I guess. Oh, after a hard day's fishing, eh? Gotta take something home. Yeah, so I was very lucky to catch that one mulloway, and it was just legal too. It was just on the legal size, so I'm happy to get that, but it was a big day and not a lot to show for it. A couple of weeks later, I went off our normal regular spots, through the South Passage Borough of Brisbane, and we normally fish somewhere between North Stradbroke and Moreton, out offshore there. And again, the plan was to try to find some early Spanish mackerel. Bit of trolling, well, in fact, a lot of trolling, and there was a bit of a plague of mac tuna, so I ended up catching a hell of a lot of mac tuna. So I thought I'd show you a few of the highlights, because I think I ended up with a dozen mac tuna in a very short time. So I'll just roll that video now. Some mac tuna, but not the target species today. Dreaded mac tuna. I'd say. Let me just go into this up. Yep, almost the same one. Let's have a look at this one. There he is, another back. Oh, he's belly hooked. That's not good. Maybe not. Yeah, nah, it's just a bit bigger again. Just turn him around. That's it. It's alright. I think it's another tuna. Something else around, surely. Yep, another foul hooked one. How many foul hooks have I got of these things? They must come up and have a look at it and pull away. Too late. Oh, give it up again. Tuna. Tuna again. Probably. Yeah, another foul hooked. They're either so thick that they're getting snagged, or they're coming up having a look, pulling away, getting hooked. had enough. Well, I'm actually I might have to change tactics. This is getting a bit monotonous, isn't it? Fish. We have a small fish. There's another tuna. We will soon find out, I guess. I might have to change tactics. This is getting a bit monotonous, isn't it? Oh, I might have to give it a rest on the trolling. It's just monotonous. Let's try something else. So I put a floating pilchard out. Only lasted about a minute. I'd say another tuna. They're everywhere today, the mac tunas. Oh, I wish we could find something else though. Yeah, it's just another mac tuna. Put the float a fair way out, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to bring this in by hand. Hopefully you can get himself off. Oh, and another mac tuna. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed that little compilation. We're just coming into the better time of year for fishing locally here in southeast Queensland. We're coming into the new year, and that first quarter of the year is always really good fishing. You know, depending on how often you can get out. You know, work gets in the way, of course, for everybody's life, so you can't always match weather and your days off, but you know, we do our best. So look, thank you for coming back to the channel, and I hope to put some more content up for you very soon.